2 days later, and this whole thing still feels surreal. Willie McGinnis, D'Angelo Hall, I'm eager to get your reaction to all of this, but I want to start with Steve Weich because you were actually at an NFL game when this news broke. What were the players' reactions that were playing in the game there?
Yeah, I was at the Broncos-Rams game at the Coliseum, and, a lot of the players, of course, they didn't know exactly the details yet because they were on the field. But Eric Weddle, a veteran safety for the Rams, he came out and he said, he respected Andrew Luck because he put himself first. A lot of times players, they put, the fans first, they may put the money first, whatever, and not be in it for the right reason. But he said if Andrew Luck isn't in it physically or mentally, he did the right thing by himself and did the right thing by the sport. I also spoke to Emmanuel Sanders, the Broncos wide receiver, guys. He's just coming off that Achilles injury, so he's gone through major rehab this offseason. And he said he was really taken aback, not only by the big news that a starting quarterback is retiring at this point, but at the timing of it. He didn't know how long it was that Luck's been pondering this, but to do this right before the start of the season really kind of blew him back a little bit.
I think that was the shocking part of it for a lot of people. People retire all year long, not typically right before the season starts, especially when your team's expected to be pretty darn good and you're the starting quarterback, D'Angelo.
Really good, and you just came off the season you came off, and that's what was a little weird to me. I've always said that I respected his decision. It took a lot of courage to do that because I know people who would have stuck around and not given their all.
Like you and I?
Yeah.
Not giving our all, but stuck around and fought through it.
You're like, wait, I want that back. I'm going to give my all.
Yes, my first 10 years in the league never got hurt. My last 4, it was injury-riddled season after injury-riddled season to the point that I didn't want to come back for year 14. But the coaching staff was like, look, we need you in this locker room. And I was kind of like, man, do I really want to do that? And so I understand exactly where Andrew Luck is coming from, but it just puts his team in a really tough situation. I do like Jacoby Brissett, but he's not Andrew Luck. I think we all can admit that.
No, he's not. And I think as players, you go through a lot of emotion and a lot of pain. And when you listen to Andrew Luck talk, he said injury, pain, rehab. For the last 4 years, this is what I went through. So I was a little disappointed and disgusted by the fans' reaction just because they're looking at a man walk off a team in uniform, not caring about his health or his future or well-being, not knowing what he's went through mentally or what this has done to him, and literally pretty much beat him down. And he expressed that, like, I can't put myself through that again, which means he was going through more than just football. It was other things that was affecting his decision. So I commend him. He's not the first guy. We've had other players walk away from the game because they thought it would probably be best if they did that. That's your decision. Nobody knows unless you walk in a football player's shoes that's played at this level what it takes just to get to a game on Sunday, just to get to a game, let alone play at a high level and be healthy. It takes a lot.
Well, Willie, quickly, though, as a teammate, if you know your guy's not mentally there, whether he's a starting quarterback or not, Andrew Luck said he was mentally worn down. Would you want him to push through it if he's not mentally all the way there?
Absolutely not. And you got to respect that, too, because you don't want a guy out there half-assing it on the field with you. You want somebody that's fully ready to go, fully on the team, fully vested, all those different things, and you want him to give his all and be mentally and be mentally excited about the sport and being out there. If not, then you can't rely on him. And at some point, you got to look at your teammate and be like, dude, we're not getting 100% from this guy.